I think it's on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anthrocon 2015, which apparently is still the largest furry convention in the world. To recognize them by the helmets, at least until the batteries run out. Yeah, we are welcoming back once again in the We are welcoming back once again our friends from Sign Language Interpreting Professionals. We have Vic over there, and if anybody does need to see him, we have seats up close for folk who would love to watch those amazing, amazing biceps of his. I promised him I wouldn't do that, but I do have one little thing. You might notice the sign. Last year, I asked our graphics person to kindly make a sign that said ASL in sign language. So he did. That is not what I wanted. So thanks to Tani Darial, we have a new sign for these folk here. Shift this back and I see the BBF cam. See Vic there. And I understand that Vic had mentioned to me that the folks from Sign Language Interpreting Professionals wanted to take a moment to say something before we began. Which he's doing now, I guess. Okay, Duke, yes, please come along. I'll let you have this because when they give it to me, I just talk.
At Sign Language Interpreting Professionals, every year we award someone with the Slipper Award, because our agency is SLIP. And the award goes to either an individual or a company who has shown that they really want to be inclusive for the deaf community. And over the past few years, Vic and I have interpreted Anthrocon, and we've noticed that you go above and beyond to be inclusive with your deaf attendees, and you make sure the communication is there, and you're still continuing to improve every year. So this year we would like to give you the award, the Slipper Award. So.
Inside there is a certificate that we're giving you and a donation to the charity. A quick story too. Like Lauren said, we've been impressed since we started coming here 2 years ago. But last year, we had a person in Pittsburgh that we're all very close to, that we like very much. He's a deaf-blind individual. And at the last moment, he had asked if he could come. And it was an extra accommodation that you guys all had to make, and it was last minute. It would have been very easy to say no. But after Friday night, Mr. Conway was nice enough to come up to us afterwards, and he said, whatever you need to make it happen, we'll make it happen, because we want everyone to be included in Anthrocon. And again, me and Lauren were extremely impressed and touched by this, and that's one of the biggest reasons we wanted to give you this award today.
Thank you very much. Since Anthrocon believes in giving back, when I was sent the artwork for that sign, I just was like, dude, that's so cool. So I thought not only to make the interpreters or interpreters a little more visible, but also to include them in our community, I had that put on some t-shirts. And I didn't have any real idea of sizes or numbers and everything, so I just got an assortment. So here, have fun. And thank you very much.
Well, I wanted to, first of all, introduce myself. My name is Sarah Shively. I am an assistant program manager at the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society. I've been working at the Humane Society for about 4.5 years. I've been in animal nonprofits for about 8 years now. This, who is slightly more exciting than I am, is Adora the Bull. Get it? Adora Bull. I'm not against corny. Adora is my personal dog. She's a certified therapy dog, and she was adopted from the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society. She came into the shelter when her owners could no longer keep her because they were moving, and she was in pretty bad medical condition. She had a raging skin infection. amongst some other issues going on, such as an autoimmune disease. I met her in the shelter and I immediately fell in love with her. She has a wonderful disposition that I knew she would make a wonderful therapy dog, so she could teach people how wonderful shelter dogs are, as well as pit bulls. And I knew she had to be mine. So a couple months went by and we got her cleared up medically, and then I adopted her. We went through training to become a certified therapy dog team, and she passed her therapy dog test within 6 months of me taking her home, which is pretty awesome. She's 8 years old now. She's been a therapy dog since I got her when she was 5. And she is actually kind of a Pittsburgh celebrity. A lot of people know who she is. You can follow her on Facebook. It's Adora the Bull, but she does some wonderful stuff educating people about how wonderful shelter dogs are, the wonderful work that we do at the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society, and you know, it's so awesome to give a dog a second chance, or a shelter pet in general. So the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society, we've been around for 140 years. We are the oldest animal nonprofit in Pittsburgh. And we do some awesome work. We're an open door shelter, so we take in every animal that walks through our doors. We never turn an animal away. So if it's 15 years old, we don't turn it away. If it's sick, we don't turn it away. We are there for animals when they need us. And that's, you know, that's why we are what we are and we do what we do.
What's that sneaking up behind you?
Oh, this is Barkley. Joining us for the weekend, and we are the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society is so excited. I mean, you guys are so amazing, and we are so excited every time you come to Pittsburgh. So we are absolutely honored to be the charity this year, and we could not be more privileged and more excited. I mean, our staff is like through the roof, like they can't wait. I mean, they're totally pumped. So we are excited to be here, and we are honored that you chose us, and we are gonna have an awesome weekend, so stop by and visit us. We're gonna have some adorable pets. You can come by and meet Adora, she'll be there. There'll be some other therapy dogs there, some cute fuzzy kittens. So stop by and visit us, and we look forward to seeing you and meeting you.
So good to see you. Care to say a word or two? We have an introduction microphone here.
Welcome to VisitCon!
That sounds good. Do you care to stay up here and... Oh, I like it. Yes, you must keep it.
Wait, no, I'm part of the Stupid Hat Club.
Thought it would be a good idea. Why don't you have a seat, Mr. Hennigan, on my seat here? And I will sit next to you. That's okay. I'll wind up sitting at the end, but I now want to introduce someone, and this is probably very long overdue. When I... Overdue honor. In years past, many teams, particularly high school and college teams, had mascots. But in my youth, the mascot was just a kind of person in a moldy old costume who sat at the sidelines and waved and occasionally led a cheer. In the 1970s, a remarkable figure burst on the scene, quite literally burst on the scene from an egg, and single-handedly created the art form of the modern sports mascot. We are incredibly honored to have with us the original San Diego Chicken, who is up front here. And if you would, it's definitely don't trip. Does he talk? Should I don't know. He does talk. You talk to me. The original, the incomparable, the first sports mascot in the world, the San Diego Chicken. Mr. Chicken, I'm feeling particularly horny right now.
Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I look forward to a very fun weekend, very festive. It's great to be among peers. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Have a seat next to Miss Tran here. We shall go down our list here. Mind your tail. I didn't know it's like it's fursuits problems, modern fursuit problems. There we go. There we go. All right. That's big. Definitely need to have. There we go. Conway guy's a douchebag, and I'm going to kick his ass. I love doing that. Why is everyone laughing? I'll stop, I promise. Okay. If he comes near me with that thing, I'm going to punch him in the teeth.
Sam, do it.
Vic is right, he's a douchebag. I'm going to kick his ass too. We are going to proclaim Anthrocon 2015 open for business. Go have fun. Ceremonies of Anthrocon 2015 in its 10th year in the most livable city of Pittsburgh, and it continues to be the biggest furry convention in the known universe. How big is that? Well, I know a guy who's gonna tell ya.
Oh man, I can't thank you all enough. First, I want to thank our friends at MagFest for assisting us with our registration department. Bob, Eli, Katie, Victoria, Kevin, John, and Blue. Without you folks, we probably would have been our last, but we did really awesome. Thanks to all my assistant directors as well for with your hard work. But let's get into the numbers. 6,389.
Sam, you do realize that we only had 6,500 badges. You were about to start writing out Post-it notes.
Yes, I was very nervous. Okay, next year I order 7,000 badges. That should be more than we have. I'll get extras. 1,460? And the whole fursuit parade thing, we tried a different paradigm this year. We thought, let's see what happens if we take it outside. We weren't sure if it was going to work or not. Do you guys think we should do it again? Put that down as a maybe. I'm not really sure what that meant. The people of Pittsburgh did seem to enjoy the fursuit parade. Visit Pittsburgh made those lovely signs that say, and it was a heart with a paw in it, Anthrocon. When they initially sent me the design, it was just a paw print. And I said, no, make it a heart with a paw in it. They said, but it's cute the other way. I said, listen, if the signs say, I paw Anthrocon, that's,
That was the sign outside of one of the restaurants.
Yeah, that was tonic. Thanks, boys. Now, some of you might have seen the fursuit parade. We took it outside, and the people of Pittsburgh did come down to see. The official estimate of the city of Pittsburgh for the people who came down to watch our fursuit parade, who were not members of Anthrocon, was approximately 5,000 people on the streets. Wow. when it was done, Visit Pittsburgh just about pleaded with me to do it again next year. And I said, yeah, we would, but it was awful expensive to do. And they said, well, we'll talk. This is called business negotiations, my friends. All right, so we have had a very, very large convention this year. We have had an amazing turnout for fursuiters.
Right, and here they are, the representatives from the Humane Society. These are... And now the moment that everybody's probably all been waiting for, the actual numbers. We started with a elevator bet that was made with the Dorsai and various people at the Westin. That brought in about $20. We also had a Dr. Gervasi's survey in the dealer's room. They always provide a donation based on survey responses, and they gave us $150. Several fursuiters went out with donuts and sold donuts for charity, and they raised $178. That's very nice of them. The puppet show also raised money for the charity. They brought in $200 for us. Additionally, our sign language folks gave us some money for the charity. That was another $200. We appreciate that greatly. One of our previous directors was unable to stick around with us this year and is dealing with family issues at home, but he sorely misses being here. So Ruth provided us $324, 1% of last year's total as a donation. Additionally, one of our previous EMS folks on staff, Ferp, who passed away several years back, his family provided us some comics from his collection to provide for charity. And we spent the better part of the past year auctioning them off online, and were able to provide a total of $324 from that to the charity. Additionally, the poker tournament raised $1,320 for charity. At their table, the Humane Society raised $2,093 for merchandise sales. Our Fursuiter Bucket Brigade went out and did a fantastic job this year. In fact, one particular one, Winter Skywear, nearly ran his voice out, going crazy, raising money for us out there, and did a fantastic job. They raised a Bucket Brigade record of $3,735. Our charity raffle this year also went off the charts. Last year we only raised $3,400 for the raffle. This year we raised $4,215 in the raffle. You were all also very generous in your cash donations to the charity. You all provided them $5,736 in cash donations. The Kage Comedy Show is always a fantastic draw and brought in $6,470. And the charity auction this year brought in $8,860.
Wow.
One last item we actually have to add as well. From our t-shirt sales, we are adding a donation of $2,000 from sales of Anthrocon t-shirts. And all this brings us to a record-breaking total of $33,684.
Looks like we got more money coming.
Yeah, I think you have a few more donations that are up. Another
Plus 20. Oh, is Bick back there? I gave him a wine glass earlier. Some people throw money at us during the Kage and 2 charity show, and people thought I was a crook, so I gave it to Bick. Is he around? Oh, there he is. Hey, Bick, give this to the nice ladies up there. We do that as $100 plus 10 euros.
Thank you. 10 euros is worth like $45, right?
Oh, it's like 45,000. Are you kidding? Yes.
So, I'm Joy Bronstein. I'm the Executive Director of the Western PA Humane Society, and I'm up here with our fantastic mascot, Barkley, who is officially a furry now. He's decided that he's coming back every single year, and I think the Humane Society will be here every single year as a vendor as well. We had a great time. You all are so generous. We're also here with Sarah, who on our staff worked this entire event from top to bottom logistically, and her amazing therapy dog, Adora, who I think many of you had a chance to snuggle with and pet. I want to thank the board for working so closely with us and for choosing us as your charity this year. And I have a special gift for Dr. Conway, one of our t-shirts and one of our magnets. So hopefully he will wear that. It's the same t-shirt that you see us wearing. And you're so welcome. And what we realize is that next year we will come back with extra large t-shirts so that they easily fit over the fursuits. So we apologize for that, but clearly some more space. I appreciate from the depths of my heart our board of directors, our staff, and most of all, the animals that our shelter helps. Appreciate from the depths of our hearts what you have done. And I encourage you, if you have not already made a donation and don't already have one of these little black flags, that you hit one of our donation baskets, boxes, or squares on your way out the back door. If you're going to make a credit card donation, which is the easiest way to donate the largest amount of money because you don't really have to think about it, you can just swipe your card and keep hitting 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1. That is at the far right, door C. And then the other 2 doors all have baskets where you can continue to make cash donations, but we could not be more honored, and we look forward to being back here every year as a participant alongside with you. Thank you so.
We will be updating our totals online in our reports after the convention once all totals have been totaled up from the charity after this convention.
Anyway, I want you to have a seat at the end there, and Carl can loan you his microphone. Give her a mic there. Or give the cat a mic, I'm not sure which. Ms. Trent, I understand this was your first experience with a furry convention. I don't mean to seem self-serving, but I'm very curious how you found our community. How did you find this community? I mean, did you have fun, or did you want to run away screaming right now?
I had a lot of fun, and how do I say this? It's sort of like, I was a little apprehensive coming to this con at first, but then it's sort of like, you know what? You guys are awesome! Everyone just like looks down on furries or anything. I think they're missing out on a really great community full of artists and creators. And this whole experience has been so inspiring that my boyfriend and I, a game developer, we've been thinking about maybe it's sort of like in one of our games, we're probably going to have incorporate some sort of Anthrocon of some sort in it somehow.
I'll write up a license cheap. And what would Anthrocon be without the assistance of those who make this convention accessible to everyone? It is of vital importance, not only to Anthrocon, but to the furry community, that anyone who has an interest, anyone who loves anthropomorphic animals can enjoy what we have to offer. And we are very, very pleased and very blessed to be able to offer the Anthrocon experience to those who do not necessarily hear as well as you and I. We could not do that without the assistance of sign language interpreting professionals who have been helping us all weekend. Thank you, Vic and Lauren. You guys rock. And we really, really hope to see you back next year with your astonishing biceps and your rippling pectorals and those abdominals, which I'm sure I could bounce a quarter on. Okay, I'll leave you alone, I'm sorry. It's just he blushes when I do that, that's amazing.
Have a mic. Well, I just want to say thank you to everyone. What a heck of a weekend this was. Just incredible. Quite an experience for me. My first AC, I must say. Thank you, Uncle Kage. All right, guys. Okay, very close. Okay. What do I know? I'm a dumb clock.
You've been working on that all day, haven't you?
But anyway, I just want to say thank you very much. You made me feel very welcomed, appreciated, and I got to tell you, I really enjoyed my time here. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Mr. Jimmy. If you care to join us up here, or if you can go back down, have a drink of water, or pick at some cracked corn, whichever you prefer.
I'm sorry.
You can join us up here, or you can go get some cracked corn, or you can go to the bar, whichever you prefer. Oh, that's great, I'll go to the bar. That's late.
All right, I'll remind you of our themes for the next 3 years, folks. Next year, our theme, because it is Anthrocon number 20, will be Roaring 20. Our 2017 theme will be Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We were slightly inspired. And our 2018 theme will be Movie Monsters. Subtitle, Rawr.
And if anybody's worried about Anthrocon going anywhere, we have signed contracts with the city of Pittsburgh through the year 2021. We're here to stay. At this hour of 6 p.m. on the, whatever the heck day it is, 12th of July, something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. We look forward to seeing you next year between June 30th and July 3rd, and I'm going to now officially declare Anthrocon 2015 at a close. You can always go to the Dead Dog Party. Okay, raise your hand if you want this to be a week-long convention. Okay, wait a minute. Chairman, program.